Hello. And welcome to the Nerd Show here on 1190 AM. Streaming online, iHeartRadio.com, keyword 1190 AM. I am Ben, joined this evening in the studio by Stephanie. Hello, Stephanie.
Hello.
How are you?
Doing good, as always.
Excellent. And I have Thaddeus on my left. How's it going, man?
Greetings.
Excellent. Man, my mic is all weird again this week. It's crazy.
Again, my mic is fantastic.
Yes, I know your mic is fantastic. You're actually too hot over there.
It's delightful. I'll step away.
You'll step away.
I'll step back.
Go. That's good. All right. It is Sunday, October 7th. And we have a very special show this evening because we're going to be talking nothing but Legends of Zelda with a little Batman thrown in. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be really, really cool. And I will have one programming note to our producer, Christy. I actually just got a phone call, and I believe Dana is downstairs. All right. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
We won't do anything without you. Don't worry. We'll be good. Okay. Awesome. Let's go ahead and get to nerd news right now. Now, you, Stephanie, were actually telling me about Captain America. There's some Captain America news, and I want to get to this because we've got casting news that we want to talk about. Thaddeus, you're going to love it.
Yes, it's so exciting.
So what's the lowdown on that?
Okay, so Captain America 2. Woo, I'm so excited. So we're working on for the Winter Soldier, and of course Black Widow is going to make her return in it as well.
Okay.
But the biggest debate going on right now is that they are currently trying to figure out which one of these 5 actresses should play the main lead romance. We have Game of Thrones girls. Let me see if I'm pronouncing this correctly. Emilia Clarke, Downton Abbey's Jessica Brown Finlay. I am number 4's Teresa Palmer. And Fright Nights, I know I'm going to butcher this one, Imogen Poots. And Community's Alison Brie.
Okay, that's the 5. That is your thoughts.
Other than I pronounced that incorrectly.
Now, go ahead and read what character she's going to be playing.
Well, it hasn't confirmed it, but everybody's debating, and they're thinking that it's going to be the character Sharon Carter, the S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, niece, descendant, relative of Peggy.
From the first Avenger.
Right.
So, casting those 5 actresses, what are you thinking?
Uh-oh.
Thinking is always great radio.
I mean, they're all strong choices, which is obviously why they're on the list relatively.
Right.
I'm going to go with our good friends from Community.
Alison Brie.
Yeah,
I think she would be good.
She's got the right kind of balance for it here and there.
Well, she's actually number 2 on my list.
Okay.
Number 1 is the Jessica Brown Finlay from Downton Abbey. I think she'd be phenomenal because she's British, first of all.
Why does she have to be British?
Because, Thaddeus, because. I honestly, I think she looks enough like...
You could throw on a British accent.
Yeah. I know, but she looks enough like Haley Atwell to make it work, I think.
But I mean, if she's supposed to be a relative of it, I don't need her to look that much like the previous actress. I just need her to emote well and deliver properly and stuff. And it's Captain out of the other Avengers movie, Captain America wasn't my at the top of my list as my favorites. They had some issues with that film, in my opinion. So for me, it's just kind of like, oh, they're making a second one. Awesome. Let's see if you can do better the second time around. Please do better the second time around. Please.
Oh, come on,
everybody.
Honestly, I thought Captain America, the first Avenger was good. I did.
I thought so too.
What's your problem, Thaddeus?
Issues. After the first half of the movie, it stops being the same movie it started as. That's part of the issue right there. Is it switches tone slightly, and then it starts being like a giant montage. Instead of showing Captain America doing stuff and making things happen, it becomes a montage of just, well, these things are happening so that we can get to the end, so that we can finish having a plot, and then move forward our arching plot for the Avengers.
You've so destroyed the movie for me now.
I'm sorry, but it's true. It's true. Is it like they literally spend 10
I refuse
minutes
to believe it. I am in denial.
Ben, there's an entire scene where all that happens is Tommy Lee Jones and and Dobby the Elf are sitting in a room, and Tommy Lee Jones eats a steak for 10 minutes while both of them discuss information that we already have learned in other parts of the movie that has no bearing on the rest of the movie because we already know about that.
I'm going to have to rewatch that. I don't remember that scene.
Yeah,
No, I do.
Sitting there, he's eating the steak.
It was a brilliant scene. It helped. It was essential to the plot.
No, they acted it very beautifully, but there was no you could cut that scene and no information would be lost whatsoever.
While Thaddeus is hating on all of our movies that we like, let's go ahead and move on to the next story, which is I remember reading this article about BioWare's Rich Vogel, him stepping down from BioWare, and we finally learned the new job that he's got. And what's his new job?
Ooh, well, this is going to be a little controversial since he did step down from BioWare. I know we didn't read the article on air when we found it, but that's because there wasn't really a lot to the story.
Yeah, he was just stepping down. That was all that was going on.
But there's now to the story. Bezia Software is...
Bethesda.
Sorry, Bethesda. I should know. Bad gamer girl.
You're fine.
You will make a Russian man very angry.
I'm sorry.
Mispronouncing his company name.
All right.
I'm a bad gamer girl.
That's okay.
Anyway, they're opening this new studio called Battlecry Studios. That's apparently going to be in Austin, Texas.
I believe it.
Yes, so
Excellent.
I'm excited. So Rich Vogel, who's, you've seen him work on Star Wars The Old Republic.
Awesome.
Yes, Ultima Online, Star Wars Galaxies.
Awesome.
Yes, very awesome. So he left BioWare in July, and he's really excited about starting this up. And he's pretty much going to be the lead developer by the looks of it. He's in charge of this whole bad boy.
Right, so he's...
Cool.
He's taken a moment to do his own thing a little bit with little support from our good friends at Bethesda.
Yes.
So yeah, we're gonna keep an eye on Battlecry. Battlecry Productions or Studios?
Battlecry Studios.
It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. All right, next up, Angry Birds. I saw this post on Facebook earlier in the week. What's all that about?
I found that. So Angry Birds is continuing to grow in numbers, and apparently they have decided to pick up a Star Wars version of Angry Birds.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know,
How much
right?
angrier can they get?
That's right.
Exactly.
Now they have the dark side.
Do you pelt them at George Lucas, or how does this work? Exactly.
That'd be great. That would be awesome to pelt them at George Lucas.
I have such a love-hate relationship with that man. It's so unfortunate.
A lot of people do, Thaddeus.
Yeah, it's true.
A lot of people do. So what are the character runs down? Let's run through that right quick.
Let's see. We do have the yellow bird as Han Solo, the big bird as Chewbacca, and I think the red bird, of course, is going to be Luke Skywalker.
Nice.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes, and Hashbro has actually released a toy. I have a picture of it on the article I found. I will make sure to post it on the Facebook page in a few moments.
Visual aids.
It's a Jenga game, and you fling the little Angry Birds inside this Jenga circle that looks like the Death Star, but it's also like the face of the pig as well.
Oh,
it
that is
looks
awesome. That is awesome.
Clever.
I'm excited. So apparently, it's going to be released tomorrow. So
Really?
Yeah,
I hope the Chewbacca bird makes the roaring Chewbacca cry as
you throw it. Nice. That would be great.
That would be amazing.
So kids, pester your parents. Go to the toy stores. Go to all the toy outlets and get this stuff.
Yes.
It'd be great.
Download Angry Birds Star Wars.
That's right. All right. Let's go ahead. Seth MacFarlane, Thaddeus, we do an Oscar show every year.
Yes.
Well, the one Oscar show we've done this year.
Yes.
Seth MacFarlane is going to be hosting the Oscars this year. What are your thoughts on this?
I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited. I think he does a great job as an MC. If anybody has ever watched some of the more recent Comedy Central roasts,
right,
where he's been MCing those, I think he does a good job. And he's honestly, he's got the voice for it too.
Yeah, voices.
Fair enough.
I don't know.
The
Oscars.
Nice
it's the marathon of hosting. So,
right.
it's let's see if he's up to the task.
I think he will be. It is a little controversial for the Academy to pick him just because he's not what you would call, I guess, the stereotypical person you would pick. But, he has a sense of humor. He's not going to be like, oh, I'm going to fall asleep on the couch while watching the award show.
Well, with the exception of Anne Hathaway and
I know your thoughts about that. Yes,
we're not going to talk about that.
They traditionally always go with a comedian, and essentially Seth MacFarlane is
he's
a comedian
right.
at heart. So
we'll see how it.
I look forward to it. I think he's going to be great.
It'll be great. And at the end of the day, he can tell jokes, he can sing, he can dance, and he can speak well in public. So
That's true.
really,
all of it demonstrated on Family Guy.
What else do you need?
So there you go. Awesome,
and a variety of other projects. So. Yeah, I'm excited. I will be interested to see what he does with it.
All right, yeah. We'll, of course, all Oscar stuff, we'll do that when it comes around.
Yep.
So it'll be a lot of fun.
February.
Second annual Oscar show. So that's going to be really cool. All right, you're listening to The Nerd Show here on 1190 AM, streaming online, iHeartRadio.com, keyword 1190 AM. Next up, we'll be talking to Jeron Moore, who is the creative lead for the concert series Legends of Zelda, Symphony of the Goddesses. Oh, nice touch. I like that. All right, you're listening to The Nerd Show here on 1190 AM. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. It's The Nerd Show on 1190 AM.
That is so awesome.
And epic.
And epic. You're listening to The Nerd Show here on 1190 AM, streaming online, iHeartRadio.com, keyword 1190 AM. And I'm joined in the studio by Stephanie and Thaddeus.
Hello.
It's nice to have you guys in the studio. And we welcome Jeron Moore into the studio. Thank you, sir, for joining us this evening.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Excellent. Now, you are the creative lead and producer for the concert series Legends of Zelda, Symphony of the Goddesses. Now, for those of us who don't know, go ahead and tell us a little bit about the concert series itself.
Legend of Zelda, Symphony of the Goddesses is kind of the culmination of really a lot of Zelda fans' passion and just enthusiasm for this franchise. And anyone that's played The Legend of Zelda, and maybe if you haven't and just had someone in the room playing it, you'll have recognized the sticky melodies. I say sticky because you just can't shake them once you hear them.
Oh, of course, certainly.
And
I sing them in my sleep.
If you don't know, if you're not familiar with The Legend of Zelda, you most certainly are familiar with its cousin, which is Super Mario Brothers.
Oh, of course.
Which was developed by a lot of the same team members, and the music was written by the same gentleman, Koji Kondo.
Right.
And so Legend of Zelda takes a Symphony of the Goddesses takes 25 years of this incredible franchise that's had 16 titles and just a lot of story and a lot of music fits it all into one sleek package that puts it in a linear narrative and allows those who are either familiar with it or not familiar with it to come in and just experience the magic and the adventure of the franchise, for what it is. And that's just something that's a lot of fun.
It spans all the way from Nintendo all the way up through the Wii.
The Wii, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. That's going to be great. Now, that's going to be October 12th, AT&T Performing Arts Center. This is your first stop on the concert series, right?
No, this is like our 24th stop.
Oh, wow.
By the end of December, we'll have done over 30 shows. So we actually launched the show here in Dallas.
Oh, nice. At the Meyerson.
At the Meyerson.
Right. Okay.
It's been going strong and receiving a really, really positive response. So.
Now, did you take the actual concept of the show itself and kind of pitch it towards Nintendo? And
my cohorts in this effort, Jason Michael Paul, and then Chad Sider. Chad is our music director and the gentleman who arranged all the music for the show. Really, Chad and I sat down and tore into the Zelda series just from what we knew and from what we grew up doing, which was playing games.
Zelda. Yeah.
And I knew the music like the back of my hand because I've always been a Zelda geek and I have too much Zelda stuff.
Nice.
There's no such thing as too much Zelda stuff.
Get rid of it.
Oh,
I will help you take it off.
Maybe not now. Maybe she understands now. But and it was just all about sort of organizing it in a way that made sense. And there's so much music, but we really had to cull it down into what the most important
sort of pieces
and it was what tells the story the best. What are the most important pieces of music that are critical to the story? And just kind of diving into more of like a philosophical thing, and you guys will get this because
we're nerds.
You guys are fellow geeks.
No, of course.
The Legend of Zelda is like it's kind of like Battle Battlestar Galactica for me. It's like this has happened again. This
Oh,
has
yes.
happened before. It'll happen
yes.
again. So there's sort of a kind of a destiny sort of repeating itself sort of thing going on in Zelda, and then Ganon, the
bad guy.
Yeah, the bad guy. Basically.
Our main antagonist.
Yeah, our main antagonist.
Our
He's
pig-nosed
like
villain.
the smoke monster.
Right.
And he it's a different Zelda, a different Link every time. They're the descendants of these heroes, but Ganon's kind of the thing that remains. He's the constant evil.
Mm-hmm. And I know Zelda is one of the main loves of the video game world, but have you done any other video game concerts other than Legend of Zelda?
I worked with Jason Michael Paul on a concert series called Play a Video Game Symphony. It's
cool.
Spans an entire catalog of music from the video game industry. So Halo, World of Warcraft, the Elder Scrolls series.
Oh, wow.
Mario, Zelda's in there, Metroid.
I think we saw like a clip of that earlier, and it had Sonic on there as well.
Yeah,
and
we've got
some of the
Sonic,
other characters.
So.
Now, is this just purely now? Obviously, it's a full symphony orchestra.
Yes.
Backing this thing. Do you guys add in any little like 8-bit synth in there at all?
No. This is all about bringing it into a full concert symphonic
awesome.
format and translating it. For me, it deserved that kind of a treatment. And
absolutely.
And to overlay
Right.
overlay the 8-bit stuff or the 16-bit stuff just was kind of cheesy. I think it dresses it down. So, we'll always have that, and that's certainly where our enthusiasm for this music was born. But now you get to hear it in this larger-than-life, just cinematic way, and that's kind of where Chad and I come from, is from the film, TV, cinematic side of things, and it was really putting it through that prism.
And are you guys also, obviously, it's what are the visual components that accompany?
Well, that's interesting. So I was kind of charged with putting together the visual side of the show as well, and I say I'm charged with it because I kind of just took it over since I'm that OCD.
Nice. As most nerds are.
No one could do it to my specification, so I had to do it myself. And I had some help from some friends who were talented editors, and basically I worked just very closely with Nintendo of America, and they provided. They actually captured by hand everything that I requested in order to tell the story.
Oh, wow.
The way I wanted to tell it, and the way Chad and I had kind of fashioned the music. And so
that's very cool.
It's the story of each game unfolds with the music in a very linear way, so you're going to understand it from beginning to end. So, if you haven't beaten Ocarina of Time, close your eyes.
No, nice.
There's spoilers, but come on. That's a Nintendo 64 game.
Nice.
Catch up.
Exactly.
Now, from conception to the actual execution of the concert series, what kind of time frame was that?
I think that Chad and I, there's a good year of development into it.
Right.
Chad and I spent a good 5 months really kind of polishing off Symphony of the Goddesses. Bear in mind, we were also we produced the opening for Nintendo's E3 press conference. So we had an orchestra come up on hydraulic stage, and we did a big orchestral opening. And then we did we were asked to produce the 25th anniversary concert series,
right,
which premiered in Japan and then in Los Angeles and then London.
Oh, wow.
And then we also produced the recording that shipped with 3.8 million units of Skyward Sword last November.
My goodness!
Wow.
Now you're actually from Dallas, right?
I'm from Garland, Texas.
Garland, Texas, local boy. Nice.
Nice.
Now thankfully you're here in town. We were able to interview you tonight. But what does your schedule look like in the next week or so?
It's kind of crazy. The next week we're just kind of gearing up for our Dallas show.
Right.
But after that we're kind of bing bang boom to Boston and Chicago, and then back to Texas for San Antonio.
Right.
So it's just Zelda.
It's like touring with the largest rock band ever.
But let me tell you something. It's really cool. We work with local musicians with every show.
That's awesome.
So we don't have a touring orchestra.
Right.
We're for this show we're working with the Dallas Pops.
Awesome.
Okay. Yeah. Dallas Pops Orchestra. Very good.
And in Boston and Chicago we're working with those respective musicians, and it's just a fun, really cool way to get to work with those local economies and bolster and bolster those
absolutely.
orchestras
Right.
and bring
Mm-hmm.
an audience to those musicians that they may not have had before.
Oh, absolutely.
And it is a lot of fun because Zelda attracts just all kinds.
I was about to say, you must have a lot of enthusiastic musicians.
We
was
do.
gonna say-
You know, we put the harp. Something that's different about our show is that we put the harps front and center.
Oh, nice.
So and that's
Oh,
a
wow.
really special
Okay.
instrument in the Zelda franchise. So so there's a lot of really cool harp solos, and they're really kind of the rock stars of the show.
Nice.
And so when at the end the conductor asks each section to stand up, she'll ask the conductor the harps to stand up, and they're just met with a tremendous amount of applause.
That's fantastic.
And it's
awesome.
special seeing that.
Isn't that the hardest instrument, like literally the most difficult instrument to learn how to play? correctly?
I certainly wouldn't know where to begin with it. Yeah, it's really
I was
difficult.
told at some point in my life that it was like that and the bagpipes.
Well,
are like
so
the two.
the harp has like a series of pedals, and
Yeah.
they're dealing with
Like
all the,
800 strings.
and
Yeah.
it's just nuts.
My goodness. All right. Well, Jeron, thank you for coming in this evening. We certainly
thank you.
appreciate you, and we'll try and make it down for October 12th. That's going to be a lot of fun. Now, that's going to be Legends of Zelda, Symphony of the Goddesses. That's going to be Thursday, October 12th at the AT&T Performing Arts Center. It's going to be 8 p.m.
Is it Thursday or is it Friday?
Thursday. Oh, it's Friday. Friday. That was my
yes.
mistake. My mistake. It
Please
is Friday.
show up Friday.
Thank you.
Say,
I've got
come on
Dana,
Thursday.
the marketing director, telling me Friday. Okay. Hi. Yes, hello. All right. So Jeron Moore, he is the creative lead of the concert series Legends of Zelda, Symphony of the Goddesses. Now, do y'all have a website? It's zelda-symphony.com, isn't
Yep,
it?
www.zelda-symphony.com.
Excellent. Yes, go check it out. Like them on Twitter. Follow them on Twitter. Like them on Facebook. It's going to be a wild ride.
You can go to zelda-symphony.com/Dallas to get directly there.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Any more info, you can go to attpac.org to get info on the show. Thank you, Jeron, for coming in. You're listening to The Nerd Show here on 1190 AM, streaming online, iHeartRadio.com, keyword 1190 AM. Coming up next, Dana Cobb, who's the marketing director of the AT&T Performing Arts Center. We will be right back.
You're listening to The Nerd Show on 1190 AM.
I don't want to talk over it.
I know, it's so epic and
It's
beautiful.
so beautiful.
He's laughing at us.
I'm going to cry.
Yes, it's such a beautiful theme, and it's playing. I don't want to talk over it.
I probably will cry. Just watch on Friday.
Okay. All right. You're fine. You're listening to The Nerd Show here on 1190 AM, streaming online, iHeartRadio.com, keyword 1190 AM. You can visit our website, thenerdshowonline.com. You can find all sorts of little goodies there, plus the podcast of this show, which will be posted tomorrow morning. So that's a lot of fun. But you're listening to it live right now, so why would you? Well, of course you want to listen to it over and over again. It's us, and we're awesome.
Uh-huh.
That's right. I'm joined in the studio by Stephanie and Thaddeus.
Hello,
Hello.
again.
And we are very, very, very lucky to welcome into the studio Dana Cobb, who's the marketing director for the AT&T Performing Arts Center, who is going to be hosting Legends of Zelda, Symphony of the Goddesses. That's going to be October 12th.
Yep.
At Friday, October 12th at 8 p.m. over at the AT&T Performing Arts Center. Welcome to the show. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We're really excited. You know, The Legend of Zelda, Symphony of the Goddesses is taking place outdoors.
Oh, really?
It's an
Very
outdoor
nice.
music venue, Strauss Square. Seats about 2,000. There's seats. There's places where you can buy reserved seats,
Right.
or you can get tickets and sit on the lawn and stretch
You
out.
know, I was about to say this sounds like a picnic event.
It is. In
That's
fact,
what it feels like.
it's BYOB. So
What?
Sold.
yeah, so you
love
get the
that.
tickets. You can show up. We also have a gaming truck that's going to be in front of the
Awesome.
center
Nice.
prior to the show, and so you get to come game for a little while and then go into the show. Pack a picnic. One thing that I will say for anybody that's listening is there are regulations on the size of coolers and things like that. So just check attpac.org. For those restrictions and prohibited items. But yeah, it's amazing, and the weather is wonderful. You know, we had a couple of shows this week, and we have a couple of shows next week, and the weather is amazing to sit outside in the middle of downtown,
Right.
and watch some live entertainment that totally just Gets you all moving. Gets your insides warm.
Nice. No, what I love about the AT&T Performing Arts Center is that you've got 4 venues in one down there.
True.
So you've got such a diverse type of season that y'all put together. I mean, what's the range of shows that y'all can do?
Oh my gosh. Well, it's somewhat schizophrenic. we don't really adhere to one specific personality, but we have the Windspear Opera House. Which is, the traditional opera setup, Horseshoe, and it's beautiful and wonderful, and we do a lot of Broadway shows there. In fact, we have Jekyll and Hyde coming up with Constantine Maroulis. Whoa.
Fancy.
I know. That if I'm going to name drop, that's going to be the one, But we have the Windspear and then, of course, the Wiley, which is smaller, really, really modular. In fact, that it can, be any configuration.
That's where you guys have a lot of the black box stuff going on, right? Yeah.
Dallas Theater Center is the resident company there, and they do great stuff. They just finished Second City, does Dallas.
Oh, that's right.
It's hilarious. I mean, if you can't laugh at yourself. Well, which doesn't always bode well for Dallasites. But so then we have the Wiley, and then of course I talked about Strauss Square. And Strauss Square, we just made it BYOB in May when we had Gypsy Kings. It makes the biggest difference.
I was going to say, that's an excellent call.
Thank you. Well, I was a little biased. I was like, well, can I bring... It works out really well because, it kind of makes it a little bit more casual. And it offsets the ticket price. A lot of times you go and you think about spending the evening out. And, you have people that have kids and they're paying for the babysitter. And the next thing you know, it all gets, an enormous bill. And this way you can just go and bring the kids. Twist and Shout we have on Sunday evening, which is the Beatles tribute band, and I'm actually bringing.
Awesome.
It's gonna be great. Starts at 7:30, so it's early enough. I'm actually bringing my 6-year-old.
Oh, nice.
So, great family fun. And then I'm sorry. So to Strauss Square. Oh, and Salmon's Park. Salmon's Park is our outdoor park where we do patio sessions on Thursday nights, which is new and emerging talent music.
So like live bands and singers. And...
Yep. We've had really great artists. Sarah Jaffe did patio sessions. We have Home by Hovercraft coming up. I mean, really cool. It's a local feel. That's what's really cool about it. Is we're not shipping in talent from other places for this really awesomely curated series. And then, I don't know, have you guys been down to the center recently?
Not super recently. I went and saw, I'm going to forget his last name, but basically the photography symposium by the
Paul Nicklin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, with his Arctic.
Oh, my gosh.
His amazing Arctic stuff
and
his book and everything.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That was phenomenal. That building, I think you guys had just finished the building at the time.
That was in February of 2010, and we'd opened in October of 2009. So it's still pretty shiny.
Yeah, it's
still pretty fresh
pretty
and shiny.
bright and amazing.
Well, yes, it is beautiful over there.
Hey, well, it's funny because you're talking about Paul Nicklin. That he is part of our National Geographic Live series.
Oh, cool.
Oh, wow.
And so we bring in exceptional speakers or people who just have really interesting stories. We had Jean-Michel Cousteau last year, and then and this year we have Robert Ballard, who he actually discovered, or not discovered, but is one of the main experts on the Titanic.
Oh,
and so so when you can see those in National Geographic, and then
him and James Cameron.
Yeah,
I guess James Cameron is busy filming movies or something.
Yeah, if he does a surprise visit, well, we'll sell it out. And then Tim Lehman and Ed Scholes, they are very into the aviary as far as birds.
Okay,
so it's so you've got stuff like bird watchers, and then you've got Broadway.
It's perfect.
Like
he has everything.
Billy Crystal and then awesome stuff like Legend of Zelda, Symphony of the Goddesses.
Nice plug.
Which you should all go see.
Very good.
Plug. Friday night.
Right there.
Friday night, 8 p.m. Tickets still available.
That's just
Hey,
nice. I was going to do that here in another few minutes.
Oh,
It's
no.
We don't need to now. But,
Shameless
okay.
self-promoter we are.
That's no problem in that. And because it's so diverse, how long is a typical season for y'all?
We're actually year-round. I mean,
Nice.
Okay. What we usually try and stick with is like the calendar, or the school year. But we have 3 months during the summer, and so we we put shows in all through the summer. This year we had 5 weeks of Jersey Boys in the WinSphere. Next year we're going to have Traces, and then which is have you guys heard? This is an amazing acrobatic show that's kind of off Broadway. It is off Broadway right now in Union Square, New York. And it's just cool. Like, go and onto YouTube, and you will feel first you'll feel not fit. Because that's and then insanely unmovable because you see what they do and you're like, wow, well, I'm just stiff.
It's like somewhere between like parkour and like traditional acrobatics and stuff, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Those guys are insane.
Yes, they are insane.
I need to do some push-ups.
All right, everybody drop down and give 20.
That's right.
Or 40.
That's
you
right.
go.
Now that's going to be this Friday, October 12th.
Yes.
At the AT&T Performing Arts Center. It's going to be Legends of Zelda, Symphony of the Goddesses.
Yes.
And I'm so glad you actually had that little coupon in your game to make all this happen.
Yes.
Oh, at GameStop?
Yes, that's where I found it.
Yes.
I went to go pick up a game I loved and wanted to play, and I was like, ooh, what's this? So I grabbed it. I was like, Ben, I want to go.
So I'm like,
ladies and gentlemen,
radio show.
marketing works.
Marketing works.
Yes, it does.
I had to design those.
Ooh,
Thank you.
Nice.
I'm glad. Thank you both because I love it.
Excellent.
And I found out about it.
And of course, I'll say again, October 12th, Thursday. No, Friday.
Friday.
I'm sorry. I'm making a change right now. Friday, October 12th at the AT&T Performing Arts Center, 8 p.m. Show up early,
Yes.
of course, and check out the gaming truck.
Gaming truck
Which
and
we might
Which
be
you
at.
have
That'll
leather
be fun.
sofas in there, I read.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, they took them out of my living room and put them right in there.
So yes,
I know,
okay.
Things you do
Gaming
for a
truck,
job.
put them back in Dana's place when you get done with
Don't
them.
take
Can
them.
I
That's
beta
mean.
test this thing before?
Oh, nice.
I think we all should.
Excellent.
You know what? Maybe we can talk to them about doing something about bringing the truck over here one night prior to your show. Or
There we go.
I like
we
this
could all
idea.
game
That is-
together.
I would not be
Sold.
Don't get any wild ideas, though. I just said gaming.
Aw. But that's okay.
Still up for it.
AT&T Performing Arts Center, Friday, October 12th, 8 p.m. Legends of Zelda, Symphony of the Goddesses. Thank you to Jeron Moore for coming in. Thank you for Dana Cobb, who is the marketing director over at AT&T Performing Arts Center. That's attpac.org for additional information. That's www.zelda-symphony.com for more info on the symphony there. You're listening to The Nerd Show here on 1190 AM, streaming online, iHeartRadio.com, keyword 1190 AM. Next up, we'll be talking Dark Knight Returns Part 1. And Thaddeus, you've got some very interesting... Oh, he's just giving up. He's giving up. I so want to hear what he thinks of the movie coming up next. We watched this a few days ago. It'll be great. You're listening to The Nerd Show. We will be right back.
It's the Nerd Show.
I'm sensing a theme with the bumper music this evening. I can't quite put my finger on it.
I think it's Zelda. Yay!
Excellent. All right, you're listening to The Nerd Show here on 1190 AM, streaming online, iHeartRadio.com, keyword 1190 AM. Now there's a special treat that I'd like to go ahead and do right now. I was talking to Dana during the break, and she has graciously agreed to throw a couple tickets our way, which we'll go ahead and give away right now to caller, let's say 5.
5 sounds good.
5 is a number you never, ever, I
You don't
feel
never
so
hear
bad.
in radio.
No, you don't.
So what's the number to call in, Ben?
That's going to be a pair of tickets to Symphony of the Goddesses, Legends of Zelda. That's going to be the Symphony Friday, October 12th at the AT&T Performing Arts Center. Caller 5 right now, area code 214-787-1190 or 817-787-1190. Caller 5 calling in right now will go ahead and win those tickets. Thank you very much, Dana.
No problem. Just make sure that everybody brings their Game Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Bringing
going
it back.
ways. Oh
Bringing
my
it
goodness.
back.
Oh my
What?
goodness.
Old school Zelda
Old school.
there.
Old school. You know, I'll tell you guys, and this is a little known fact about me. I was the proud owner of an Intellivision
Ooh.
Whoa.
back in the
really?
day.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I just remembered it fondly, and if only I still owned it.
Nice.
Gaming
insane.
from a very young age.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm so proud.
I just recently moved. Well, just like a month ago, moved my apartment, and I just found my Zelda, like my Game Boy Zelda game.
Yay!
Bye.
and then have my lovely girlfriend's Game Boy that she left.
Link's awake.
So I've been in combination.
Well, if she's
I
going to
just
leave
started playing
anything,
again.
that's the good thing.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
the best.
Nice.
Good stuff. So I was like, now I have a working Game Boy and the best game ever for Game Boy to play on it.
Agreed.
Excellent.
Dreams
I'm
do
excited.
come true.
You're listening to the Nerd Show here on 1190 AM, streaming online, iHeartRadio.com, keyword 1190 AM. Let's talk The Dark Knight Returns Part 1, because you are just shaking your head over here, Thaddeus.
I could talk about Zelda some more. We could.
No, you're going to face your fears, and you're going to
right.
talk about, but we had a chance to sit down and preview this movie.
We did.
And
Oh,
you know what?
It's mostly okay.
Mostly.
That's just a revelating.
It's better than average. Now, this being said, I haven't read the source material, which is Frank Miller.
Right.
Same.
Who I'm traditionally a huge
Yeah,
fan
we'll
of.
wait for part 2 before we compare
Right.
both movies.
Right.
So that'll be cool.
So there's that going for it, and there's a chance that some of this is because they are being so faithful to the source material. But there's some things that Batman does that's not very Batman of him.
Right.
To be fair, some of the things that I like is arguably some of the more modern, darker elements of Batman that we know. This is some of where it comes from, is Frank Miller's version, things like The Killing Joke and some of that other stuff. Plays into that. And that's kind of the Batman that I dig. But there's things that they have him do in this movie. There's literally a scene where he's in this giant tank of a Batmobile.
Very iconic, right?
And like the main villain is literally like taunting him, telling him to come out and like face him like a man. And there is literally no reason or motivation for Batman to leave the confines of the Bat tank, as it were.
For those of you keeping up at home, that's 3 literally so far.
Yes. to fight him by hand,
Right.
when he has no reason to, and he's significantly older now in this
Right.
particular movie. That's
Well,
part
you
of
can
the
kind of
deal.
understand his motivation with that, Thaddeus. He doesn't know if he's still in his prime, if he can take on this guy who's significantly younger than him, to see if he can actually take him hand to hand.
Plot hole.
No, it's not.
I agree with Thaddeus on this one. I'm sorry.
I'm not alone in this room.
The
Please.
only reason he got out of there and fought the guy
Yes,
by hand,
right.
was so that they could continue that aspect of the plot.
He
And
needed to
realistically,
know.
it was also unnecessary because the way the rest of the plot of the film unfolds, where after the villain is captured for a time and the way those things happen, still play out the exact same way as if he hadn't fought him by hand and gotten the snot kicked out of him to begin with. Like, there's no, other than like having a moment where Batman like gets beaten, but they have to force it into existence because Batman's whole thing is he's smarter. He's a detective. He shows up. He does his homework.
You know,
he comes
he
prepared.
wasn't when he first put the suit back on. He was brute force because he was just so angry at how horrible the city had become. So he was using brute force up to that point, and that fight right there caused him to go back and become his old detective self again, use his brain for a change.
I disagree because
No,
there
you're
are plenty of battles that he has in that movie previous to that,
Right.
where he is a combination of brute force and for some
It's more
forward
brute
thinking.
force, though. It's more brute force than thinking.
There's still no reason to get outside the vehicle. And there's a series of things like that, and there's a series of things like that happen with other characters within the film
Right.
that I disagree with, where I'm just kind of like, you shouldn't
And this is
have
where
done
I
that.
start agreeing
Yeah.
with Ben with the other characters. But on this certain plot
Yes.
hole, I do agree with Thaddeus.
It's riddled. It's good in theme. It's still Batman. It's fun. Action sequences are interesting. Plot,
Yeah, I kind of agree. But
I'm kinda
then again, I haven't read
lukewarm
the
on it.
comic either. So.
It had a
kinda
very
lukewarm on
Watchmen
it.
feel to it because it was written, the original
Kind of.
trade or the original issues were written the same time as Watchmen was
Yeah.
back in the mid-'80s.
it's got a bit of its 80s
Oh,
vibe.
it does. Especially the
Quite a
news
ways.
anchor lady with her
Right.
pyramid hair and lopsided earrings.
Lopsided
and her,
triangular
I
earrings.
kept
yeah.
getting distracted by that, honestly. I was like, what? The earrings are uneven and the hair's like, what?
What was even more distracting were the shoulder pads.
Yes.
She's going to play football after the broadcast.
The spiky shoulder pads.
Yes, we're just
Yeah.
going to put
There's-
people's eyes out with them.
There's some other devices they use, like your standard. Let's use the newscaster to help inform the audience about like
They
what's
relied
going
on
on.
that a little too much.
and they leaned on that
Way
crutch
too much.
pretty heavily.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so it's kind of one of those. If you really need to see it, sure, go watch it. But for me, you could skip it and you'll live. Like as a Batman fan, like you can pass this one, or maybe wait till the second one and check out. The second one is supposed to have the Joker involved.
In it,
we'll see.
Correct.
We'll see what's going on.
So that's
and Superman and some other stuff.
This is really the first time that DC Animation has kind of put forth the idea of a multi-segment, multi-movie type format.
A serial, as it's referred to.
Well, just throw your big jargon at me, why don't you, Thaddeus?
Like the old, Buck Rogers series and Flash Gordon and stuff like that. Yeah.
I recommend going and seeing Wonder Woman that was put out by DC Animation. A wonderful film.
Haven't seen it. Not sure.
I wouldn't know.
Oh, you're horrible nerds. Both of you, horrible nerds. But no, it's a great.
Does she act like a real woman with thoughts, feelings, and values, or is she a bit more?
No, she does. I mean,
Wonder Woman gets.
She can fight.
Tragically mishandled.
This was closest to the original origin. They beefed it up a little bit, but not much. It's essentially the script that I would want if I were to see a live action Wonder Woman. It's such a hard character to tackle. I mean, David E. Kelly tried and failed, thankfully. And to try and do a Wonder Woman pilot.
I don't remember his Wonder Woman pilot at
Good.
all.
It's best left forgotten.
I was about to say, if you don't remember it, there's probably a reason.
Yes. For that. There were pictures that came up online of her costume. They changed her costume. It looked terrible.
I think I remember that controversy when they first released the photos for that uniform.
Horrible.
And everyone was like, wait, that's supposed to be Wonder Woman?
And then everyone came out, it's like, no, that's a variation on her costume. I'm like, no. Horrible.
And I just want to tie things together by saying, Linda Carter.
Yes.
And she is the wife of the guy who owns ZeniMax. That's the parent company of Bethesda.
Everyone knowing everyone.
Jeron brings it full circle.
My goodness.
In the house.
My goodness. I have to stop and reflect on that for a little bit. My goodness. It's like this,
That's awesome.
5 degrees of Kevin Bacon over here.
Something like that.
Yeah. Which she was in the movie with Kevin Bacon. There you go. There it is.
Ridiculous. So your recommendation for Batman Dark Knight?
Recommendation
DC.
for part 1, I would say yes, just because I want to know where it goes in part 2.
It's my opinion that you probably don't need to see part 1 to see or enjoy part 2.
Yeah.
So I will give part 2 a chance, but you can give part 1 a pass, in my opinion.
Stephanie?
Got
Part
better.
1, it was okay. I wouldn't say it was great, but I wouldn't say it was horrible. I'd give it like maybe 3 out of 5 stars. It was just kind of meh.
Okay.
I literally, while we were watching it, was dozing off in some parts.
That's 4. Or is it 5? I kind of lost count now. No, it's 4.
That's 4.
That's 4 literallys.
I'm at 4.
Right there. Nice. All right. You're listening to The Nerd Show here on 1190 AM. I want to give a special thanks to Jeron Moore, who is the creative lead of the concert series Legends of Zelda, Symphony of the Goddesses, that will be at the AT&T Performing Arts Center this Friday, October 12th, 8 p.m. Friday. See, I remember this time. All right. And special thanks to Dana Cobb, who is the marketing director for the AT&T Performing Arts Center. More info at attpac.org. Thank you very much for both of you for coming in. We are very grateful, and we are looking forward to Friday.
Well, thank you.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Can't
wait to come back.
All right. Excellent. You're listening to The Nerd Show here on 1190 AM. Streaming online, iHeartRadio.com, keyword 1190 AM. Stephanie, thank you for coming in.
Of course.
Excellent. And thank you, Thaddeus, for coming in as well.
Don't watch Batman.
No, watch Batman. Batman will be fine. Batman will be fine.
Oh, and if you want to buy the tickets for Legends of Zelda, I'm posting the link online on Facebook as we speak.
Yes. Excellent.
Hopefully we'll see everybody at the show.
Yes, very much
It'll be
so.
awesome.
Did we ever actually get a winner in there? No. What? Just for, okay.
Fail fans.
Oh,
Fail.
yes. You people.
But we love you.
You know, you're going to have a stern talking to on Facebook tomorrow. Mm-hmm. That's for sure.
Someone I know, please call.
Parents, relatives, anyone.
You have one more chance.
There we go. No, you're fine. You're listening to The Nerd Show here on 1190 AM. We'll see you next week.
The Nerd Show is a production of Nerdville Entertainment. All rights